first flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower. Discovery's core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want, and watch it take shape. You can plan, customize, and expand in any direction. From tools built for one, to platforms ready for many. From passion projects to enterprise-grade systems. Everything is built in and ready to launch. It's a new world of creation, where you can go as far as your imagination takes you. Can you imagine it? Let's make your dream a reality, right now.
Hello, everyone. How's it going? Welcome back to another Watch with Nordic live commentary stream here today. And we have a great one here. I'm not sure it's going to beat the one that we did earlier today, but we do have a really good one here to follow that one up. It is the World Junior semifinals for Team Canada and Team Czechia here. Welcome everybody back to another live commentary stream. For those who missed it, just about an hour ago, we were commentating Sweden versus Finland in the World Junior semifinals. It took not 3 periods, not an overtime, but shootout for Finland, for Sweden. Already made an error a minute into this recording. To win the game, and they advance to the gold medal game, and now they will take on one of these two teams, that being Czechia or Canada, as we get ready for the start of this one in just a moment. What's up, everybody joining into the stream? How are we doing? Be sure to like the stream down below and subscribe if you are new. Puck drop is now for another 8 minutes or so, and then we will get started with that, but good to see everybody here in the stream. Just want to say again, thank you all so much for the support in the previous one earlier today. It was a phenomenal stream that I am very thankful for. It broke records, 7,400 views and climbing. Now, keep in mind, our record prior was about 3,700 in a live commentary stream. And before that, we haven't even really reached that high of numbers before. So it was a record-breaking stream earlier today. Thank you all so much. It's going to take a lot to top that one and the overall game itself. But, man, that game was absolutely phenomenal. So looking ahead to this one here tonight, you have Canada and Czechia. Two teams that have faced off plenty of times here over the last couple of years. We remember last year in the quarterfinals of the World Junior Championships, actually the last 2 quarterfinals in the World Junior Championships, Canada lost to Czechia off of last-second goals, either in overtime or in the final moments of regulation, which costed Canada the game. Now, that's been the last couple of years. Heading into this one in the semifinals, it has a different feel to it here. Canada is a lot more of a stacked team than they've been in the last couple of years, and they're looking to get back to their first gold medal since 2023. It's been a while for Canada's standards. Czechia or Canada? I am going with Canada for this one. I think Canada gets the win here in this one tonight. I think they're going to bounce back from their previous losses to Czechia in other games, and they're going to get the win here tonight. Starting goaltenders here for both sides. You have Jack Ivankovic in net for Canada, and then Mikhail Osterlak is in net for Czechia, I believe. I'm pretty sure he's in net for Czechia. So Jack Ivankovic from Michigan University making his first start in the playoff rounds here. Obviously from Michigan. Played in Michigan. I saw him IRL this year playing for Michigan against Penn State University. He looked great. He's a great goaltender. He's a Nashville prospect, of course. And that's a guy who Nashville prospects should be very, very excited for heading into his campaign here in his career. About 5 minutes until puck drop here, and we will get started with the commentary. First off, subscribe down below if you are new. It'd be greatly appreciated. As we're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by June of 2026. Whew. I'm just going to let my voice rest here for a couple moments because that game against Sweden and Finland I thought I would have like an hour break in between. Nope. So Gold medal game will contest with Sweden. Bronze medal game will contest with Finland. We'll be live for both tomorrow. So be sure to tune in for that tomorrow. Appreciate all the support over the last couple of days, honestly. It's been a crazy few days with the Winter Classic. On Friday, my stream last night, and now today. It's been an absolutely phenomenal weekend here to start off. And the views and the subs just keep on coming. I could not be more thankful. It's been an unreal last couple of days. About 4 minutes to puck drop here. And they're showing the puck clock, the countdown, the puck drop. It's 4 minutes, so it says, and then we will get started here with the game tonight. So again, Ivan Kovac in net for Canada. Mikhail Orsurlak in net for Czechia. I will do my best to pronounce the Czechia names. I know with Finland, I was definitely pronouncing some of them wrong. But I thought I did a decent job in that game, at the very least. I thought I did an all right job. So we'll see what happens here in this first period in just a moment. You can help? Thank you. I expected you would. I appreciate that, man, though. Thank you. I should be okay with Czechia, because Czechia, not that their names are easy to pronounce, but there's a lot of names that, like, I think I would know. So, I should be okay. Czechia running a 13 forward, 6 defenseman tandem here. Or sorry, 13 forward, 7 defensemen team out here. And here comes Canada onto the ice. Followed by Czechia here in just a moment as we get ready for the start of the first period in just a moment. You speak Czech? Oh, cool. You know what I wonder with these games? I know, like, there's not a lot of people there in attendance, so, like, it's like, all right. You know what's weird? Like, I wonder if they really aren't letting the upper roof open. Like, if they aren't allowing the upper level to be open. Maybe that's why the attendance is bad. Like, I don't understand why it's not doing as good. You would think, like, at least for, like, a gold medal, at least for, like, a semifinal game like this, like, to go see Team Canada, like, you think more people would care? Even if you're going to root against Canada? It just seems a little strange to me. So that was what I was really wondering about here and what I was really curious about. That's really interesting, involving all of this with this team and all that good stuff. So there you go. Again, we'll be live tomorrow for the gold medal game and the bronze medal game as well. Bronze medal game starts promptly at 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. So we will be live once again tomorrow around the same time. Gold medal game starts at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. We will be live for that as well. All right. Let's get ready here for the start of this one tonight. Canada and Czechia in the semifinals. The winner of this game will take on Sweden in the gold medal game just 24 hours from now. The loser will play tomorrow afternoon as well against Finland. Referees here, you got some U.S.-born refs, some Swedish refs, some Finland refs. Now taking a look here at the starting goaltenders, Mikhail Orsurlak, 2-1, 870 save percentage in this World Junior Championship so far. On the other side, Ivan Kovac, 2-0, a 959 save percentage in these World Junior Championships. These teams faced off on Boxing Day to begin the tournament. It was a 7-5 win for Canada. Will this one be different? Is the question we are asking ourselves. The second of 2 World Junior semifinal games. It is Canada and Czechia. And we are underway. Face-off here now is won by Czechia all the way back into their own zone. Osurlak will bank that off the boards then on the right side. Mann will try and move that one around and clears it all the way down back into the Canada zone. It'll be a quick icing here against Czechia. And a face-off will come in their own zone. Again, you look back to last year, these two teams played in the quarterfinal game. Czechia scored in overtime to advance to the semifinals. Czechia would end up getting the bronze medal in last year's World Junior Championships. Face-off here in the Czechia zone. Face-off won here by the Czechs. Here they come the other way now down the right side, bringing that one through center with speed is Fibiger. Will battle for that one down low in the corner. Picked up now behind the net. Aitchison will bank that one off the boards, trying to get that one back to center, and they do so successfully. Here comes Canada the other way. With speed into the zone is Martona shot, and that one is swiftly denied by Osurlak. Back into the Canada zone now. Parekh will bring that one back here and regroup. Zane Parekh, who currently leads the tournament with defensemen and all skaters in points, brings the puck into the zone. Pass back over then for Martone, who gets knocked down, and the Czechia will take it back the other way. Stolen back then by Canada. Cam Reed will take that puck. Intercepted in front. A shot by Thomas Paladin is denied by Ivan Kovic, and some pushing and shoving in front. As Paladin had like a stare down with him as soon as he shot the puck. He just stared right at Ivan Kovic. And Ivan Kovic's like, you good, bro? Like, what are you doing? All right, face-off coming here again in the Canada zone. Shots here for both sides. One apiece. Face-off in the Canada zone, won by Czechia. Down low in the corner, the Czechs try and move it up at the point now. Banked off the boards and back out to center, Brady Martin. Here in the Canada zone, Ethan McKenzie. Back over then for Harrison Brunick, who will bank that one out to center. Stolen back then by the Czechs. Here they come the other way with speed. Into the zone now, trying to bring that one in was Hook, who was called offside at the Canadian line. Showing out Gavin McKenna, Penn State University, one of the top prospects for this upcoming draft. 9 points in his first 5 games, 3 goals, 6 assists in this World Junior Tournament. I believe had 2 points in Canada's whooping against Slovakia in the quarterfinals. Puck slides all the way here into the Czechia zone. Battling for it down low in the corner is Jet Luchenko. Luchenko trying to break that puck free down low. Sliding around then and picking it up is Fibiger, who will bank that one out to center. Poked ahead then by Luchenko and stolen back by the Czechs. Juracek will bank that one out to center. Novotny now will dump that one into the zone. Picked back up then by Keaton Verhoff, one of the other top prospects in this upcoming draft. Behind the net, Verhoff holds the puck. Keaton Verhoff drops it back then down low. Canada trying to cycle the puck around. Carson Carrolls up to Verhoff, who banks that one off the boards and back into the Czech zone. Czechia will respond and come back fast the other way. Into the zone is Juracek. Shot, save, rebound on Ivan Kovic is denied. Another chance as they jab on him, and it stays out. Puck is banked all the way back out to center. Racing for it with speed then is Cool Bedoin, battling for it now with Juracek, and he does not beat the icing. And some huge chances there by Czechia, but Jack Ivan Kovic stands tall. Face-off coming here in the Canada zone. Thank you all so much for choosing my stream over all the other ones. Face-off Won by Czechia. Down low in the corner now, Palayton will look for options. Off the boards, then Benak shoots it. Blocked in front. Rebound. Goes wide. Cleared back out to center. Czechia will regroup here with the puck. Benak will break it through center. Intercepted then by Canada. Aitchison will clear all the way out to center, racing forward with speed. Broken up then by the Czechs. Dumped into the zone then by Mann. Stolen back by Canada. Here they hold it in their own end. Aitchison to center. Stolen back by the Czechs, who dump it into the zone. Well, thank you, Jim Shit. Here comes Canada the other way. Pass up to Misa is fanned upon. And now Czechia regroups in their own end for a brief second. Here come the Czechs the other way. Down the right side now, Tittlebach will dump it into the zone. Battling forward in the corner is Hoke. Puck will slide out to center. Here's Tej Aginla. Aginla down the right side. Gets knocked off the puck. Now in the corner is Novotny trying to bank that one off the boards. Now Misa gets it back. Michael Misa down low here in the corner. Aginla to the point to Parekh. Parekh getting poke checked, but he keeps it in the zone. Down low, Martone. Pass in front. Nobody is there. And the Czechs will try and clear. It's kept in by Canada. Down low, Misa. Banked off the boards, and Czechia will take it back down the other way. Racing forward with speed then is Tittlebach. He'll dump it into the Canada zone. And Ivan Kovic will give it to Reed, and they will regroup. 5 minutes gone here in the opening period. 0-0 in the World Junior Semis. Battling for it down low in the corner. Canada trying to move it around. It's Drankak up to the point. Shot. Goes wide. At the point here now, Yuri Klima will fire that one on net. It's blocked in front. Stolen back then by Canada. Here they come the other way. Gavin McKenna flicks the pass to literally nobody. And Czechia will get the puck back. And a whistle is actually blown dead here for a hand pass. So we will stop coverage. Here's Jack Ivan Kovic. His record in his international career, which includes the Hlinka Gretzky Cup, the U18 Worlds, and the World Juniors, 12-1, a 102 goals against average, and a .939 save percentage. That is an all-international play in Ivan Kovic's young career. That's pretty impressive. He had a .967 at the Hlinka Gretzky Cup. So the anticipations are high here for Jack Ivan Kovic. Down low here in the corner now. Czechia's got it. Flip back around then. Klima will bank that one all the way back out and into the Canada zone. McKenzie down low for Brunik. Canada tries to clear. It's kept in, though, by the Czechs. Into the zone. Sikora tries shooting it on net. Dekes around. Puck goes back into the corner. And Canada will regroup in their own end. Czechia not giving them a lot of time, though. Brunik gets knocked down to the ground. Pass in front. And nobody is there. Here comes Canada the other way. Into the zone, Denoye. Pass all the way over. Deflected just wide by Brunik. That would have been a high stick regardless. Now down low here in the Czechia zone. Murtka. Ready? Murtka, a Buffalo Sabres prospect, who was admitted into this team midway through the tournament. Back to Mann. Mann to Murtka. Murtka off the boards then, out to center ice, and Czechia will regroup. Stolen back then by Canada. Into the zone now, McKenna. Backhands it down low. Racing forward is Luchenko, who will bank that one off the boards and cleared down the other way. Chernak trying to bring that one into the zone. Puck is cleared back out to center. Czechia will regroup. Cleared back into the Canada zone. Behind the net now, Danford, who was a Maple Leafs prospect. Back up then to Reshny. Reshny plays it to Braden Coots. Coots with speed to Luchenko. Luchenko looks to the point of shot. Parekh denied by Orlazek. No score here in the semifinal of the World Junior Championships. Canada and Czechia tied. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe down below if you're new. We are trying to get to 5K subscribers. Every sub is greatly appreciated. I'd like to thank you all for your support on all the streams today. It's been a fun night of hockey for sure. We have had a great time here tonight doing this World Junior commentary. We'll be live tomorrow for the bronze medal game and the gold medal game as well, so stay tuned for all of that coverage coming here tomorrow. Saw a video from the Upper Bowl. Yeah, it really sucks. I wish it was in Philly. If it came to me, you know I'm going every game. Like, me and my girlfriend would go every game. I don't care. All right, still in commercial break here. And back from commercial break as I say that. 13 minutes to go. Most points by a D-man in a single World Junior in Team Canada history. Zane Parekh is 2 points back of Alex Pietrangelo, who is tied with Brian McCabe for the most in a single tournament in World Junior history. So Zane Parekh could make some Canada nation records here with the amount of points he puts up, possibly in this game. Face off here in the Czechia zone. Hoke will take the draw. Face-off now won by Czechia. Cleared around now behind the net. Down low in the corner now. Canada trying to move that puck around. It's the legs of Tija Ginla, who will clear that one back out to center. Intercepted by the Czechs. A shot from Novotny goes wide of Ivan Kovic. Back down low now to the corner. Parekh will look for options. Feeds a pass to center. Stolen back then by the Czechs, who will break it in. And play is blown dead then for an offside, so it does not matter anyway. 3-2 Czechia here in the World Junior Championships. 12:55 to go. Still waiting for the first goal in the previous game that we commentated, there was a goal in the first minute. There is not any of that here tonight. Face-off coming now outside of the Canada zone. Canada wins the draw. Off the boards, McKenzie now to center. Stolen back then by the Czechs, who will clear it back down low. Karels to Verhoff, trying to bank that one down low. Bedoin racing for that puck as it slides down low now to the Czech zone. Kubiesa now intercepted in front. And Czechia will try and clear the other way. Take it back then by McKenna. McKenna to Verhoff. Into the zone now. Martin drops it down low. Verhoff to McKenna. Intercepted. Czechia gets it back. They'll try and break it out the other way. Here they come through the zone. Czechia intercepted by Canada at the goal line. Or at the blue line, not the goal line. Now Bedoin banks it into the zone. Racing forward with speed. Huge hit there down low on Juracek, who will throw that one back out. Stolen back to by Bedoin. Bedoin moves in, and what a block. Here come the Czechs the other way. 3-on-2. They resort to just dumping it into the zone as they were apparently tired. Now, puck slides behind the net, and Canada picks it back up. Out to center now. Gavin McKenna will clear that one in down low. Cole Bedoin battling for that puck. Cleared around to the right side. Aitchison a shot, and that one goes wide. Cleared around now behind the net. Sam O'Reilly with the puck. O'Reilly looks. Will bank that one off the board. Stolen back then by Czechia. Here come the Czechs the other way. Through center. Into the zone now. Sheehan will dump that into the zone. And behind the net, the Czechs have it. Thrown back up to the point. Juracek a shot. And it goes just wide. Into the zone now. Galvis regroups around. To the point. Shot. Broken stick. Czechs keep it in. Murtka battling for it now on the right side. Stolen back then by Novotny, who will clear that one all the way around. Down low in the corner, battling for that puck is Paladin. Thrown back up to the point. Czechia has it. Galvis looks, moves in, fires it, blocked by Canada. And a play is blown dead here for an offsides at the Canadian goal line. 10:37 left to go in the semifinals of the World Junior Championship in the first period. It is a 1-0-0 hockey game. And we knew that this game was definitely going to be close. That was the expectation heading into this one. That should not be a surprise here whatsoever. Face-off here outside the Canada zone, won by Canada. Banked off the boards then by Brunik. Thrown into the Czechia zone. Racing forward is Luchenko. Czechia gets to it first. Novotny will clear out to center. Here come the Czechs with speed into the zone. What a move! And CR is blocked as he nearly got a 1-0 opportunity. But Canada regroups. Ethan McKenzie. Pass to center now. Canada breaks it back the other way. Into the zone. Brunik. Pass in front. And Luchenko could not get to that puck in time. Puck's in the crease. It slides wide of the net. And Czechia will pick it up and dump it back out of the zone. Here's Novotny. We'll take that one now and clear it all the way back into the Canada zone. And Canada will regroup behind their own net. Brunik. McKenzie. Taken back then by Martone, who will dump that one into the Czechia zone. Team Czechia banks it off the boards and back into the Canada end. Not a lot of shots here in this first period. Still 3-2 Czechia. Novotny into the zone, trying to drop it back. Down low, Hawk trying to get that puck stolen back then by Canada. Here's Martone Misa. What a poke check there. Here comes Juracek the other way. Adam Juracek into the zone, takes it down low into the corner. Battling with Reed for the puck. Picked up then again by Czechia. Juracek trying to play that one around. At the point, shot! Goes wide of the net, now picked up down low. Klima, fed up to the point, cleared back behind the net then by the Czechs. Canada gets it right back. Porter Martone. Back around then down low for Klima. Behind the net, Czechia has it. Klima clears it around now, back up to the point, still back then by Canada, who will clear all the way down the other way. Fibiger now will dump that one into the Canada zone. Picked back up then by Reed. Reed trying to break it back the other way for Canada. Stolen back then by the Czechs. Here they come the other way. Into the zone. A shot goes wide. Rebounds there. And they can't get the shot on as they were tied up. Tittlebach battling forward in the corner. Martin will play that one to center. Stolen back then by the Czechs here on the right side. Cleared around now behind the net. Novotny battling for that puck. Picked up down low then by Brady Martin. Aitchison gets it back for Canada. Clears out to center. Stolen back then by the Czechs. Sikora into the zone. Shoots it. Rebound. Goes wide on a huge opportunity there for Wojtek Sihar, who leads Czechia in points in this World Junior Tournament. Puck is cleared back out to center. Czechia holds the puck. Dumped back in down low by Nestrasil. Now taken wide then by Sikora, the captain for this Czechia team. At the point, shot goes back down low. Nestrasil drops it back to Mann. Mann looks, fires it, and it goes off Ivan Kovac and out of play. 7:18 to go in this World Junior semifinal matchup. Tied 0-0. And again, thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Please subscribe down below if you're new. It would mean a lot to me as we are trying to get to 5K subscribers. Also, like the stream below. It helps out with the engagement as well. This has been one hell of a day. One hell of a day, that's for sure. Whew. This is one heck of a game, right, guys? Not a whole lot of shots, not a whole lot of opportunities for either side. It's just been a lot of back and forth action, more or less. So, but hey, that's what makes the games all the more close and all the more entertaining. Not a lot of shots, though. Just a bunch of neutral zone hockey. Face-off coming here now in the Canada zone. Shots are 3-2 in favor of Czechia still through this first period. Not a lot of shots coming in this one. Face-off here in the Canada end. 7:18 to go in the first. Luchenko will take the draw. Luchenko, youngest player to ever play for the Philadelphia Flyers. Face-off one here by the Czechs. Pasenica will clear that one down low into the corner. Stolen back then by Canada, who will clear out to center. Canada holds the puck. Man banks it off the boards. Puck goes up and offsides. At the Canadian line again. Face-off here outside of the Canada zone. Won by the Czechs all the way back into their own zone. 7 minutes to go in the first period. 0-0. Czechia holds the puck behind their own net. Through center now. Pasenica will dump that one, or at least try to. Taken back then by Coots, who will clear that one down low. Luchenko battling forward with Coots now. Stolen back then by Czechia. Here they come the other way. Novotny with some room. Wraparound pass. And Sahar could not finish that play. Puck will slide all the way down the other way. Whistle is blown here. And a goalie interference call, I think, is coming here against the Czechs. And it's Thomas Paladin who will head to the box for a goalie interference call. Let's see the play here. And, yeah, that's definitely kind of a goalie interference call for sure. So Canada will get the first power play of the game tonight off of a goalie interference call on Thomas Paladin, and a massive chance here for the Canadians to put themselves up here in the opening period. Not a lot of shots on goal these last couple of minutes. And a Canada power play coming up. Face-off here in the Czechia zone. Sakura to take the draw. Canada's power play ranks first in the entire tournament, which is a big change from last year. Perek to Michael Hage. Hage to McKenna. McKenna now moves through center, down low. Martin passed in front, and it's broken up there. Puck will slide out of the zone. Perek back then for Martin, who will clear that one all the way back into the Canada zone. Zane Perek down the right side to Hage. Hage brings it into the zone, cleared around then for McKenna. McKenna now down low, stolen back then by Czechia, who will try and clear. It's kept in by Perek. Intercepted, and what a poke there by Novotny, who got that one out. Here's McKenna to Reshny. Reshny pass in front, and Hage cannot finish it. Puck's in the crease. McKenna, hey, Perek a shot, and it's blocked. How does that stay out? And now we get some pushing and shoving here between these two nations, but how does that stay out? Oh, my Lord. Reshny had some options there. Huge saves by Michael Ursulak, who has been absolutely incredible in this game. Some awesome saves there. A minute to go here on the Canada power play. Face-off won by the Czechs, who will clear all the way down and into the Canadian bench. So face-off will stay in the Czechia zone. 5.5 minutes to go in the opening period. It's a 0-0 score. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Again, if you are new to the channel, subscribe down below if you're new, of course. As we are trying to get to 5K subscribers. Face-off won by the Czechs. They will clear back into the Canadian zone. Zane Perek. Off the boards then for Misa. Stolen back then in the Canada zone then by Sihar, who will take that one back and run some time down on the clock, then dumps it the other way. Good move there by Czechia. They took it back in their own zone, then they dumped it, running down more time off the clock. Perek to Luchenko. To Misa now on the right side. Misa waits. Down low in the corner. Fed back up to the point then Perek. Perek to Martone. Perek a shot. Wide rebound there for Misa is denied as well. Pass in front. They score! Tija Ginla following his father's footsteps. And Canada takes the 1-0 lead. A backdoor pass from, I think that was Michael Misa. And Tija Ginla gets Canada on the board. It's 1-0. A power play goal assisted by Jet Luchenko. And Jet Luchenko, Flyers prospect, my boy, gets on the board there. And Tija Ginla following his father Jerome's footsteps. Makes it a 1-0 lead here for Canada. That's goals in 3 straight games here for Tija Ginla on Team Canada. Here come the Czechs the other way, quick with speed. Battling for that puck then is the likes of Galvis. And he does not get that one through in time. Here comes Canada the other way. Puck is banked back into the Czechia zone for an icing against Canada. Shots are 5-4 in favor of Team Canada here in this opening period. And they have the early 1-0 lead. And you love to see that, of course, if you're Canada. And a nice pass from Misa in front to Tija Ginla, who makes it a 1-0 game. Face-off here in the Czechia zone, won by the Czechs. Pasenica clears it down low. Back around now behind the net. Hoke will take that puck and bank it up to the point. Pasenica down low then for Novotny. That one is broken up and cleared around the right side then by Canada. McKenna back out to center. Into the zone now, it's Hage. We'll look for options. Brings it forward. Down low. McKenna a shot. And he goes wide. At the point now, Reed will fire that one wide. Stolen back then by the Czechs. Here they come the other way. Tittlebach tries to bank that one off the boards. Now he brings it into the zone. Shoots it on Ivan Kovic, who makes the save. Tija Ginla from Misa and Luchenko. Makes it a 1-0 lead for Canada late in the first period. Tija Ginla, his first goal on a Watch with Nordic commentary stream. Whew. Thank you all for tuning in. And a great game here from both sides. A lot of back and forth. Again, not a lot of shots for either side. Now that Tija Ginla has broken the ice here for Canada, it seems like there's more. Now there's more coming. But over these last couple minutes especially, there was not a ton of shots. But after that Ginla goal, then things started really turning up. Just grabbing the Ginla goal here to record for a clip. And they're looking at Brady Martin here, who got hurt on a play with man. And he looks to be okay on the bench, but you got to be careful with these young players and those injuries. Shots are 5-5 here in the opening period. 3:39 left to go, and face-off will come in the Canada zone. It's Bedoin versus Sikora. Face-off won then by Canada. Aitchison will clear all the way out to center. Down low now, O'Reilly battling for that puck. O'Reilly clears it around the zone. Kept in by Canada. Shot on net is denied. Rebound in front. And it goes wide. Huge chance there for O'Reilly. Caleb Denoyer. And the puck goes out of play. And Denoyer, who had a lot of room on that play. He did get the shot. It deflected off of Surlack. And had he gotten that shot top corner. See you, Bon. Have a good night. Thank you for tuning in, bro. Had he got that top corner, this would be a different game we're talking about here. Face off here in the Czechia zone. Won by the Czechs. Down low behind the net. Canada will roll back here on defense as Czechia tries to rush up. Racing for it then is Coots. Coots clears it around by the net. Thrown back then by the Czechs. Thrown back up to the point. A backhand. Save. Rebound. They score! Czechia has tied the game. It's Maximilian Curran who gets the goal. And the Czechs have tied it. From Galvis and Benek. And a good read there. It's a rebound on Curran. And not ideal there for Ivan Kovic, but it is what it is. And Ivan Kovic lifts up his pad at the wrong time. Curran didn't even get any air on it. And it slides just under the pad of Jack Ivan Kovic. And we have a tie hockey game here in Minnesota. Shots are 6-6 apiece here in this opening period. Both teams have a goal now. It's 1-1. Cleared back down low into the Czechia zone. They will throw it all the way back into the Canada end. Verhoff banks it off the boards and back out to center. Czechia steals it back. Cleared back down low. Carrolls will regroup with that puck then for Canada. It's Curran, his first of the tournament from Galvis and Bernick. Now behind the net, Martone. Porter Martone banks it off the boards, then down low in the corner. Misa looks at the point, a shot, blocked. Rebounds there in front, and they could not tuck it. Down low here in the corner now, Czechia moving the puck around. It's Novotny who will clear that one back into the Canada zone and for an icing against the Czechs. And again, it's a poorly read play, of course. Again, it's a shot from the point from Galvis. Curran gets the rebound. It happens. It's a matter of Canada shaking that off and being able to move on here. Face-off coming here now in the Czechia zone. Shots are 7-6. You get the 6-7 Watch with Nordic emote there. There you go. Face-off won by Canada. Czechia battling for that puck. Mann will clear that one around now behind the net. Novotny racing for it now, battling alongside McKenna. Novotny on the right side. Stolen back then by the Czechs. Here they come the other way. Novotny shoots it. Save there by Ivan Kovic on the right side. Now Canada takes it back. Here they come the other way. Luchenko to McKenna. McKenna over there. McKenzie pass in front. How does that go wide? Luchenko interferes with Obzerlak, and that will be a penalty. Jet Luchenko with the goalie interference call, and Czechia will go to the power play. A lot of goalie interference calls here already in this game, one from each side. And Czechia will go to the power play, and Yeah. It's not that pretty. Czechia does push him into Orserlac, so that's not ideal, but kind of a bad call, but okay. I guess this is what it is. Yeah, not a big fan of that call, in my opinion. All right, Czechia power play. Face-off won by Canada. They will clear it all the way back into the Czechia zone. Czechia's power play ranks 4th of all teams in the tournament. Down the right side now into the zone with some speed. Takes it behind the net. Trying to move that puck. Kubiesa will misfire and slide it back out of the zone now. Regrouping with that puck is Galvis. Back over then for Sikora. Sikora now in the corner. Will survey his options. Sikora will stick handle that puck. Sikora moves to center. Shot on net. Denied there by Ivan Kovic. Now Bedoin. Battling with the puck. Stolen back then up at the point. Last minute of play in the opening period. Sikora over. Pass in front. Slides just wide of Ivan Kovic. Thrown back up to the point. Sikora waits. Fakes it. Shoots it. Saved by Ivan Kovic. Cleared back down low into the corner. Canada takes it back. Tries to clear. It's kept in by the Czechs. Into the zone now. Looking for options. Sikora pass in front. Tipped. Rebound. Denied. Cleared all the way down the other way. 30 seconds to go. This power play will carry over into the second period for a little bit. 20 seconds to go. Battling for it down low. Shots are 10-6. Brunick will clear it all the way out to center. Juracek to Benek. Intercepted. Kept in though by Sehar. Cleared by the Canadians right as I say that. 5 seconds left to play. Taken back behind his own net is Benek. And he will let the clock run down. That will do it for the opening period. A goal from both sides. Tisha Gindla and Maximilian Curran get the goals for Canada and Czechia, and we are tied at 1 apiece at the end of 20 minutes of play. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do, and we will be back for the start of the second period momentarily. All right, I have to go use the bathroom. I will be right back. Then we'll do the goal editing, and then we'll update the scoring sheet. I'll return in a moment. All right, I have returned. What's up, JJ? Gotta watch the highlights. Do you know what happened before I tell you? I don't want you to not know what happened and then me break the news to you. It was a great game, though. It was my most viewed stream in commentary history. But yeah, quite a night, if I do say so myself. Thank you all so much for tuning in to all the commentary streams tonight. I greatly appreciate it. All right.
And Canada takes the 1-0 lead. A backdoor pass from
Oh.
all right. For Misa is denied as well. Pass in front. They score! Misa Ginla following his father's footsteps. And Canada takes the 1-0 lead. A backdoor.
All right.
Return.
Yep, lost in the shootout.
Gotta watch the highlights. Do you know what happened?
It was a great game, though, JJ. It was a phenomenal game. I really enjoyed it. We'll be commentating the bronze medal game involving them tomorrow. So we'll see if Finland can get the bronze, potentially. Yeah, so we'll see what happens, of course. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. What's up, Ronald? Welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. All right. Tijiginla. Phone's telling me it's almost time for bed. Get the hell out of here. Ain't time for bed yet. Oh, gosh. All right. Shouldn't be a penalty on Czechia there or no call because he got pushed in the goalie. Yeah, that was a little bit, I don't know. But again, plays like that happen. It is what it is. They were clearly looking for second period starting, not for another couple minutes. Refs are sometimes always looking for the makeup call, a call for the other team. That may have been that example, but really can't. You just got to hope that Canada can kill it off. And again, they're still tied. Game is still in their hands. It's all right. Shots are 11-6 though in favor of the Czechs. Ivan Kovic's played well when he's had to, for sure. So, you know, all right. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Sorry if I'm not talking as much. I'm trying to let my voice rest here a little bit. Been kind of working myself a lot the last couple of days. This is like our third day in a row of streaming. We'll make it 4 tomorrow. Then we'll have a day off. Then we're live for another couple days. And then we take the weekend off because of Royals. It never ends. It just never ends. All right. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Again, subscribe if you're new down below. Trying to get to 5K. Gained a lot of subs today. I appreciate it, guys. We're about to hit 2,000 views on this commentary stream for only the 4th time ever for a live stream. So thank you all so much for your support over this stream and all the previous ones. It's been such a phenomenal last couple of days. And they're showing out the review here of Sweden and Finland. Sweden obviously got the win 4-3 in a shootout. Unbelievable, too, by the way. All right. Tyler Bertuzzi had a hat trick. Jesus. And the overtime winner. Oh my gosh. All right, almost ready to get back here for the start of the second period in just a moment. Probably in the last commercial break here before we get started with that. All right. Let's go, Canada. Love to hear that, Cole Caulfield fan. All right. How's my Ginla reel doing? Only one view. Cool. Cool. Frondell video's got 1K. Nice. All right. Alrighty, let's get ready for the start of the second period here between Canada and Czechia. First period recap. Goals were scored by Tija Ginla and Maximilian Curran as we get ready for the start of period number 2. In just a moment, shots were 11-6 in favor of Czechia in that first period. And we will see if Canada or Czechia can take the lead here in this second frame. Again, I would like to say that in that opening period, Canada did take a penalty that does carry over for a brief moment here in this second period. So I do want you guys to keep that in mind. And we'll get ready to start with period number 2 in just a moment. They're showing off the highlights here really, really quick. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream. It helps out bringing more people in here, and I would greatly appreciate it. As we get ready here in just a moment. Jen Luchenko will start off in the box. And here we go. Canada versus Czechia. And we are underway. Face-off is won here by the Czechs. They'll race for it now into the Canada zone. Battling for it in the corner. Cleared away by Canada right away, all the way back into the Czechia zone. That will do it for the Czechia power play. Shots are 11-6 in favor of Czechia heading into this period. Battling for it now down low in the corner is Aitchison with Sahar. Trying to bank that one off the boards, cleared back out to center. Here's O'Reilly, who will dump that one all the way back down low. Luchenko on the breakaway! Denied. I don't even know if that got on net. Danford clears that one around now, battling for it behind the net. Picked up by Bedoy now behind the net. Picked up then by Danford. Shot is fanned upon now. Stolen back then by the Czechs. Sikora will bank that one off the boards, or at least try to. Martone up to the point. Stolen back then by Czechia. Sahar now will clear out to center. Back here in the Canada zone. Canadians get it right back. Here they'll move it the other way. Stolen back by Sahar. Picked up then quickly by Danford, who will dump that one down low before getting a line change. Off the boards now, Galvis. Clears that one back into the Canada zone. Perek battling for it down low with Benek. Aginla now trying to play it around the right side. Poke checks that one ahead. Pass up then forward for Perek. Zane Perek dumps it into the zone. He goes off sides. And he shows some frustration in going off sides. And Brady Martin is not on the bench for Canada to start the second period. He took an injury in the beginning of the first after getting reverse hit. Face off here outside of the Czechia zone. Won by Canada. They'll dump it down low. Canada gets it back here on the right side. Backhanded down low. Orserlak will take that one out of his net. Stolen back then by Hage. Michael Hage feeds it up to the point. A shot blocked in front. Slides back then over to the right side. Paladin will race for that puck. Tomas Paladin brings it into the zone. Drop back then. Stolen back then by the Canadians. Here they come the other way. Michael Hage with speed down the right side. Brings it into the zone. Gets knocked off the puck. Poke checks it ahead. Thrown back up to the point. Hage. Pass to center. McKenna will circle back around. Picked up at the point then by Braden Coots, who fires it on net. And it goes wide. Picked up then by Novotny and cleared back out to center. Off the boards now, Reshny. Back over then for Coots, who was trying to get a line change off and ended up dumping it back down low. Now Pasenak up then for Bach. Bach battling for it then with Novotny. A shot saved by Ivan Kovic. The rebound was there, but he did not get an option to tuck that one in, meaning his stick was immediately lifted. We're about to hit the 2,000 view mark here on this live stream. Thank you all so much for that. It's greatly appreciated, all the support you guys have given me here the last few minutes, or the last few hours, honestly. Face off in the Canada zone. Won by the Czechs. Cleared around now behind the net. Czechia racing for it now on the right side. Tied up in the corner is Pekanik. Czechia gets it back. Man, fires it. Blocked off a Canadian skate. Now down low, Bedoin to the right side. Canada tried to send that one ahead then to Reshny. Played back down low. In the corner, Tittlebach. We'll bank that one around now behind the net. Novotny in the corner, battling for it alongside Brunik. Novotny feeds it up to the point. Man. To the right side, Pasenica will clear that one down low into the corner. Tittlebach tried to throw that one in front. Stolen back in the point. Pasenica shoots it. Saved by Avakovic. Rebounds there. How does that not go in? Unbelievable. The open rebound in front. I thought for a second about to be 2-1 Czechia, but nope. Here's Novotny in front. He scores! It's Tittlebach! Czechia takes a 2-1 lead. On their 12th shot of the game, it's Tittlebach who gets the goal. And the Czechia offensive zone pressure becomes too much as Canada could not get it out. And a play in front there for Tittlebach, who sends it past Ivan Kovic, who has not allowed a lot of goals in this World Junior Tournament. And Tittlebach makes it a 2-1 lead for Czechia. So it's Adam Tittlebach from Max Pasenica and Adam Novotny, who make it a 2-0 lead here for Czechia. Down low in the corner. Czechs will get it now, try to clear out to center. Here they come the other way. 3-on-1 into the zone. Through to center. A shot denied there as they didn't let him get it on. Now cleared back into the Czechia zone here for an icing. All right. All right, Canada. You guys need to take a second here to calm down. Regroup with yourselves here. And get back into it, because yikes, that was not a great sequence. And I know the Czechs have had Canada's number here for a lot of points in this tournament, but gotta calm down. Just calm down. Deep breaths. Face off here in the Canada zone. And it's won by the Czechs. Paledin tried to take a shot there at the point now. It's deflected back into the corner. Sahar. Up at the point then. Paledin fires it. Blocked in front. Rebounds there and cleared. Back up above the net. Kept in then down low. It's Fibiger trying to keep that one around. Kept in then by Juracek, who shoots it. It's blocked and goes out of play. Face off here now in the Canada zone. Shots are 12-6 in favor of the Czechs. Face off won by Sikora. Puck in front. Over then for Sihar. A shot denied by Ivan Kovic with the glove. And the Czechs keep on the offensive zone pressure. If I'm Canada, I am a little bit worried. You just got to calm down. They're letting them get too much just offensive zone time and giving them a little bit too much room. Face off here now in the Canada zone. Sikora loses the draw against Misa. Cleared back out to center. Racing for it then is Martone. Stolen back then by the Czechs. Bank back out to center. Racing for it then with speed into the zone is Nestrasil. Battling forward is Sikora. Sikora moves in. Looks around a backhand. And that one is blocked in front. He'll get that one back down low. Sahar will keep that one down low to Sikora. Sikora being held against the boards then by Misa. Nestrasil trying to get that puck away now on the right side. Czechia breaks it free. Pass to center. Intercepted then by Canada, who will clear it down the other way. Martone tried to send Misa on a breakaway. It would have been offside, so it doesn't matter. Here come the Czechs the other way. Murtka will clear that one then into the Canada zone. Bank back out to center. Gavin McKenna for Martone. Martone backhands that one down low. Pasenica now on the right side, battling forward here. And intercepted then by Paledin. Over then for Benak, who will clear that one down low. Racing forward is Curran. Canada gets it back. Cleared out to center. Stolen back then by Mann, who will dump that one down low. Shots are 12-6 here in favor of Czechia. Canada needs to get their shoulders back on their head here. Verhoff clears it all the way back into the Czechia zone. It slides in on the Czechia goaltender. Aginla to the point. A shot blocked in front. And the puck was there. Stolen back then by Aginla. Aginla in the corner. Tej Aginla down low, trying to move the puck around past the center, is blocked and stolen back then by the Czechs. Cleared out to center. Backhanded down low now into the zone. Novotny trying to clear that one around to Fibiger and back into the Czechia zone. 13 minutes to go here in the second period. It's a 2-1 lead for Czechia. Carols will try and clear out to center. Dump back into the zone then by the Czechs. Ivan Kovic now behind the net to Aitchison, who will clear all the way out to center. Czechia regroups. Here come the Czechs through the zone now, down the right side. A shot blocked in front. Now battling forward here in the corner is Yuri Klima. Stolen back then by Canada. Canada moves it the other way into the zone. And that shot goes wide. Here come the Czechs. Banked off the boards and back into the Canada zone. Ethan McKenzie will play that one ahead. Aitchison thrown all the way back into the Czechia zone here as the Czechs will regroup now on the right side. Trying to bank that one out to center. McKenna clears it down low now behind the net. Thrown back up to the point, Perek. Right side shot. Goes back down low now to the corner. McKenna here in the corner, fed back up to the point. Another shot deflected. And back in behind the net. Now Mertka will take it up the other way. Back up then for Sikora, who will dump that one down low to the Canada zone. It's an icing against the Czechs. 11:38 left to go here in the second period. And Czechia with a 1-goal lead here on Team Canada in the World Junior semifinals. And ever since Tej Aginla scored that goal, it's really felt just like it's been Czechia's game here ever since. Face off in the Czechia zone, won by the Czechs. Cleared around now behind the net, Aitchison. Misa shoots it, deflected, rebound in front, denied. They jab at that puck. And down to the ground goes Porter Martone. And Martone does not have his helmet. He's down on the ground, and hopefully he is okay. But regardless of that, some chances in front. And Orserlak has stood tall here for the most part. It's still 2-1. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Please subscribe down below if you're new and you enjoy the content. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, referees are talking at center ice here after Porter Martone. And they're discussing whether that tackle by Galvis in front on Martone, which is how Martone got knocked down to the ground, is warrant of a penalty. I look at that and I say, yes, that should be a penalty for sure. But we'll see if my assumption ends up being the actual conclusion here. Face-off coming here now in the Czechia zone. Canada needs a goal to tie. Face-off. Won by Czechia. Cleared off the boards. Now it's Paladin who will try and throw that one the other way. Reed. Back to Perek, who will dump that one down low. Racing for it then and battling for it is Reshny. Here in the corner. Up at the point now, Reed. Drops it back. Into the zone now. It's McKenzie who tried to get a shot on, and puck goes the other way. Through center, McKenzie gets tied up again now down low. We'll bank that one back up to the point to Perek. Perek on the right side, clears it now down low. Denoyer will feed a pass to center. It's intercepted. Reed keeps it in the zone. Now Kutsa's shot blocked. And back to Perek on the right side. Zane Perek gets knocked off the puck and it comes out to center. Good physicality there by Czechia. They're known for their physicality. Here comes Hage down the right side. Shoots it. Save. In front as another Canada player got knocked down to the ground. Another battle here in front. And you can tell Canada is getting a bit upset here over how their players are getting pushed around and there's no calls. There's a lot of physicality in this game. Face-off coming here now in the Czechia zone. 10:19 to go in the second. Sorry about this, guys. Writing down the Czechia goaltender's name because I keep forgetting it for some reason. On the right side now, McKenna to the point. A shot denied there by Ursulak. They are getting physical like the action. Yep. Down low here in the corner. Hage will feed a pass to center. Coots to McKenna. Stolen back then by the Czechs. They'll try and clear it the other way. Less than 10 minutes to go in the second period. Juracek holds the puck, intercepted there in front by Hage. Czechia gets it right back and clears it back into the Canada zone. Harrison Brudick now down low. Brunik to the right side, cleared into the Czechia zone and into the glove of Ursulak, who will cover. 9:22 left to go here in the second period. Shots are 12-16 in favor of the Czechs. There has not been a lot of shots here in these last couple minutes. Not a lot of shots at all, actually. And it stays a 2-1 lead for Czechia. Face-off here in the Czechia zone. It's hard to beat a team twice. That's what I'll say. Down low in the corner, again, battling for it. Here in the corner, Czechia trying to poke check that one ahead. It comes back out to center. Carson Carols brings the puck around now behind the net. Gets tied up then down low. Stolen back then and cleared around the right side by Verhoff. Here's a 2-on-1 for Canada. Again, Lush shoots it. Saved by Ursulak. He had Misa waiting for him on the back door. And that's Canada's first shot in a hot minute. And it seems like Canada's offense is kind of completely out of sorts here. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Please subscribe down below if you're new. All right. All right. Face-off coming here in the Czechia zone. Canada still looking for an answer. And it's been a pretty dysfunctional period here from the Canadians. They've gotten the pressure on Orsolak, but haven't been able to do much more. Shots are 12-7. Face-off in the Czechia zone. It's won now by the Czechs. At the point, a shot goes off of Orsolak, back down low now to the corner. Denoye, kept in here by Canada. Behind the net, Bedoin pass to center. Perek shoots it high and wide. I think he might have got the save there. Denoye clears it around now behind the net. Intercepted then by Sahar, who will clear out the center. Here's Sikora. Sikora into the zone. Backhand denied by Ivan Kovic. And he knocks him down to the ground. And now there's a sequence going on here in front of the Canada net. Ivan Kovic under all of it. And there's been a lot of this here tonight. A lot of just back and forth, straight up physicality between these two teams. And it's been one hell of a sequence. And Sikora giving him a little bit of a nudge. And it looks like he's going to get a penalty here. So Sikora was the one who nudged on Ivan Kovic, knocking him down to the ground. And he's going to be having to pay the price and get a penalty here in this second period. So Canada will get a chance to tie the game here on the power play. We'll see the replay here. It was a breakaway for Sikora into the zone, who took the backhand on Ivan Kovic and gave Ivan Kovic a little nudge there. And as a result, Canada will head to the power play. All right, let's see what this power play has to do for itself here. Canada needs a goal, and they actually need shots pretty desperately. Yeah, it is a stupid penalty. They need shots. They haven't had a shot in a hot minute. And Zane Perek had a chance and a save there by Orsolak in that previous sequence. I'm not sure why these aren't counting for shots. They haven't given any credit to the shots. Not even the IIHF app has it on. All right, Canada power play. This is a massive power play for Team Canada. Face-off one here now, down low in the corner. Czechia tried to clear that one away. Kept in, though, by Hage. Michael Hage at the point. Pass to center then. Perek to Hage. Hage dekes around, shoots it off the post. Rebounds there. Denied. Puck goes up and out of play. Michael Hage hit the post. And the referee has his arm in the air. Are we getting another penalty? We are. For what? Delay of game penalty. Holy crap. All right. Prime time opportunity for Team Canada. A 5-on-3 power play here against the Czechs after Michael Hage hit the post. He nearly tied the game, but no. Okay. This is a massive opportunity for Team Canada. A two-man advantage for a minute 39. Canada needs to win the draw, set up, and get shots. Get shots on goal. You only have 7 halfway through the game. Face-off won by Canada. McKenna pass to center. Save. Rebounds in front in the crease. They couldn't get it through. Czechia tries to clear. It's cleared out by the Canadians themselves. Huge opportunity there, denied once again. Here's Gavin McKenna into the zone to the point. Parek to Hage to McKenna at the point. Parek a shot denied by Ursulak. Another huge chance there denied. And there you go. That's exactly what you want. You need shots. Shots, shots, shots. Like the song, which is a great song, by the way. But a chance there for Hage is just barely denied. Another post for Michael Hage once again, who has been robbed twice. Probably more than that tonight. All right, face-off won by Canada. Parek to McKenna. McKenna looks, shoots it, save, rebound is in front, and they take it right back. Hage to Parek. Parek to Hage, to back to Parek, shoots it, rebound, they score! Zane Parek! His 11th point of the tournament. And Canada has tied the game. I thought there was a rebound on the play, but I was reluctantly wrong. Zane Parek on the power play, his 11th point of the tournament, which ties him for the second most by a Canadian defenseman in a single World Junior tournament. It might have been deflected in front by a Cole Reshny. But regardless of that, Zane Parek, and we are tied. All right, Canada's still on the power play here.
I thought there was a rebound.
Back in the Canada zone. Halfway through the 5-on-4. Misa through the zone. Iginla clears it around now behind the net to Martone. Martone to Luchenko. Luchenko at the point down low. Parek. Zane Parek. Back for Luchenko. Luchenko to Parek to Misa in front. A shot is blocked. 30 seconds to go. Parek, another shot goes wide. Behind the net now, Iginla. Back over for Misa. Misa to Iginla now. Down low now behind the net. Misa to Parek at the point. Parek to Misa. Iginla. Parek. Pass in front. Deflected. Just wide of Ursulak. Down low now behind the net. Luchenko battling for it. Stolen back then by Juracek down low. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Martone tries to throw that one up to the point and cleared. Kept in the zone though by Canada. Hage over. And Parek nearly got another chance. Back to 5v5. They didn't take the lead, but they got what they wanted. Tie hockey game here in Minnesota. 5:50 left to go in the second period. Shots are 13-10. Canada will regroup here in their own zone. Hage. Pass up then to McKenna. McKenna dekes around. Poke checked away by a Czechia player. Kept in the zone though. Canada's got it. Down low McKenna. Tried feeding a pass in front. And stolen back down low then by Thomas Galvis. Galvis will come back and regroup here in his own end. Canada trying to keep the pressure on. Pass in front then for Hage, who will fan on the shot. Now Czechia takes it the other way. 3-on-2. Paladin over. A shot. Denied. As Benek fanned on the play and then was tripped. But no call. McKenna with the puck, stolen back then by Czechia, and they go offsides. Zane Parekh with the game-tying goal. 5:03 remaining. We are tied. Holy crap. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Subscribe if you're new, but good Lord. What a sequence there by Zane Parekh, and that's exactly what you want. So it's Zane Parekh from Michael Hage and Sam O'Reilly. And that's Parekh's 5th goal of the tournament as well. Again, I mentioned earlier in the broadcast that the most points by a defenseman in a World Junior tournament, a single World Junior tournament, was Brian McCabe and Alex Pietrangelo, who both had 12 points. Parekh stands at 11 with another period and 5 minutes to go, possibly, well, definitely another game to go, regardless of whether they win or lose. And Zane Parekh keeping the Canada alive. Face-off now outside of the Canada zone. It's Reshny versus Hawks. Face-off won by the Czechs. It's cleared back into the Czechia zone. Now they'll race for it here in their own end. Won by Coots, who tries to force that pass ahead. It's intercepted. Here's Novotny. Back up then for Hawks. Hawks into the zone. Goes offsides. All right, Canada keeping on the pressure here in this second period. Phenomenal sequence there from them. Face-off outside the Canada zone. Won by the Czechs. Take it back now down low, battling for that puck. In the corner is Klima. Czechs force a pass in front, it's blocked. Canada has tied the game, but that does not mean this is over. Martone, center now to Aginla. Intercepted then by the Czechs. Here they come the other way. Into the zone now, Danchik trying to get that one to Verhoff, who will bank that one off the boards. Puck will slide back out to center. 3-on-2 now the other way. Aginla, pass over, in front, saved by Osterlach. The rebound slides just wide as Michael Misa had a huge chance, but it did not go through. Finally, they give some shots here to both sides. Puck will slide all the way back out of the zone. Zane Parekh regroups here in his own end. Intercepted by the Czechs, who will clear that one down low into the Canada zone. 3:40 left to go here in the second period. We are tied at 2. Pass into the Czechia zone now, battling forward here in the corner. Bedoin behind the net, battling for that puck. Stolen back then by the Czechs, who take it down the other way. 3-on-2. Sikora off the boards. We'll dump that one around now behind the net then for Nestrasil. At the point was Juracek, who got a shot on. That one was denied. Now down low, Parekh controls the puck. Zane Parekh feeds it all the way back and into the Czechia zone, racing for it with speed. Beating the icing is Sam O'Reilly, who will battle for it now in the corner. Stolen back then by Juracek. Juracek to center. Benek will dump that one down low. Cleared around now behind the net. It's Bedoin who will throw a pass all the way back out to center. Racing for it with speed then is Murtka, who will backhand that one out to center. Czechia waiting to get on sides. Into the zone now, Galvis dumps it down low. In the corner, Sakura. Right side then to Galvis. Galvis clears it down low. Paladin slides a pass in front. Nobody's there for Czechia. At the point, Prozbatov shoots that one. It's blocked in front. Puck comes back to the zone. Down low in the corner, Ben Danford. Battling for that puck. Puck is cleared out to center, intercepted. And here they come the other way. Racing for it into the zone. Hage, backhand, denied, and a penalty. Shot. A penalty shot for Michael Hage in the World Junior semifinals. The fourth penalty shot in Watch with Nordic history. Michael Hage will get the penalty shot. There have been 3 penalty shots in Watch with Nordic history, and none of them have been goals. We will see if Hage will become the 4th, or will become the 1st. Michael Hage, down the right side, slows down, skates in, can't tuck the rebound. As he was knocked down to the ground by Ursulak, Hage demands a redo, and the officials are talking. And the desperation save there by Ursulak with his stick. The officials are talking. So, again, for those who do not know, when a goaltender slides out and makes a save like that and trips the player or hits him with his stick, it's usually credited with a goal. Or they'll get a reshot, and that's what's happening here. A second opportunity for Michael Hage. A goal here can put Canada ahead. 1:56 to go. Hage on the penalty shot. Skates down the right side. Slows down at center. Moves in. Can't tuck the open shot. And Ursulak does a little celebration there. And Hage is denied twice on the penalty shot. Who tried to do the exact same move. Not sure why exactly, but okay. And Hage is denied again. So 4 penalty shots in Watch with Nordic history. Podkolzin, McKinnon, Kyrou, and Hage. And all of them have been denied. Second penalty of 2026, by the way. And Michael Hage hits his stick against the glass with frustration. And we will stay tied at 2 apiece in the second period. Face-off will come here in the Czechia zone. Czechia coach and the referees are talking currently. A lot of Czechia fans here in the crowd waving their flags. As always, they usually travel from the other countries, of course, to come and see family play, or even there's some fans that are dedicated like that. Face off here in the Czechia zone. Sikora taking the draw now against Bedoin, and puck is cleared back out to center, racing for it the other way, broken off the boards. And at center ice, Sikora will dump it down low. Aitchison here in the corner. Back over then, Danford will clear out to center, racing for it with speed then is Bedoin. And he can't get to that puck in time. 1:30 to go here in the second period. Shots are 18-16. We are tied at 2 here in the World Junior semifinal. Down low in the corner now, Denoyer will clear all the way back into the Czechia zone for a icing. And face-off will come back to Canada. All right, face-off coming here in the Canada zone once again. Off the draw, Canada wins it. They will clear all the way down the other way. And another icing with 1:07 to go. Face-off coming here now in the... It was a pretty easy reshot. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't really matter because he didn't score. Face-off in the Canada zone. Shot off the draw. Denied by Ivan Kovic. So we'll be live tomorrow for the bronze and gold medal games. We'll be live on Wednesday and Thursday this week as well for more commentary streams, so stay tuned for that. Plenty of commentary streams coming your way here still. Face-off once again in the Canada zone. Won by the Czechs. Paladin drops it back to the point. Shot there by Novotny goes wide. Kept in, though, by the Czechs. Shot on net again. Denied by Ivan Kovic. Last minute of play in the second period. Out to center now. Galvis battling for it. Stolen back in by Canada. Czechs intercepted right away. Here they come into the zone. 2-on-1. Pass over. They score! Adam Benek in the final minute of the second. And Czechia leads 3-2. Off a poor turnover at center ice, and Adam Benek, who got punched in the face by his teammates in the handshake line, it looks like, gives Czechia a 3-2 lead. And yeah, that's not an ideal play. I didn't even see the puck go in. It went off the post and in. I still don't see the puck in the net. And Adam Benek with the go-ahead goal for Czechia, assisted by Curran and Paladin. So Curran has 2 points tonight. And Czechia takes a 3-2 lead. They're like cockroaches. They do not stop. 42 seconds left here in the second period. Teams face adversity. And that is what Canada is facing right now. 35 seconds to go here in the second period. Puck is cleared down low to the Czechia zone. Behind the net now off the boards, and battling for it in the corner is Sahar. Up to the point. Perek fires it off the boards and back down low to the corner. Martone battling for that puck. Cleared out to center. Czechia takes it right back. 10 seconds left. Into the zone. Sahar tries deking around Perek. Takes it now behind the net. 3 seconds left. 2 and 1. And that will do it for the opening for these middle frame. A late goal by Adam Benek makes it 3-2 Czechia at the end of 40 minutes of play here in the World Junior semifinals. And Czechia is 20 minutes away from a gold medal appearance. All right, that being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. And we will be back for the start of the third period momentarily. This is a very tight game. Yes, it is, JJ. I agree. This is a super close game here on both sides. All right. What is happening? Yeah, off a unlucky turnover there at center ice, and Adam Benek makes it a 3-2 lead here for Czechia. At the end of 40 minutes of play. Not ideal. Definitely not ideal whatsoever. All right. I got 2 commentary clips to make here, so I'll pull up the stream on my computer. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. It'd be greatly appreciated. I got a clip for Czechia I need to make here. Oh my gosh. You got a very good cheeseburger? Nice. I am a little bit hungry. With all very good tacos. What's y'all's favorite food?
Shoots it, save, rebounds in front, and they take it right back. Hage to Perek, Perek to Hage, back to Perek, shoots it, rebound, they score! Zay Perek! His 11th point of the tournament. And Canada has tied the game.
All right.
The other guy is sitting on his ass most nights on the bench because he doesn't play well enough.
Face off won by Canada. Correct. To McKenna. McKenna looks. Shoots it. Save. Rebounds in front. And they take it right back. Hage to Perek. Perek to Hage. Back to Perek. Shoots it. Rebound. They score! Save!
So Canada. Yeah, Czechia's playing dirty, but I mean, isn't that the way you got to play sometimes? I mean, look at Florida. Florida's playing on the edge all the time, and look at how they are going and winning championships. I'm not saying that it's right. Like, I'm not agreeing that Czechia playing dirty is good or anything, but... So, again, sometimes that's the way you got to play. Canada's got to play that way back, but not in a way where it gives you penalties. You got to play that. You got to play that way the right way. That's what I always tell people. You got to play that way the correct way.
Face-off won by Canada. Perek to McKenna. McKenna looks. Shoots it. Save. Rebounds in front. And face-off won by...
All right.
Through the zone, Orquist. Back over then. Stenberg.
Not in the way they should be playing, tripping the guys, and the goalie doing same way. Yeah, well,
The future of Sweden. And the Swedes regain the lead. On the delayed penalty call, Ivar Stenberg, one of the top prospects for 2026.
Canada's just got to bounce back. Teams face adversity. I will say this, and this is not going to bode well. And again, like you may hear what I'm about to say, and you're going to be like, oh no, that's not true. Think about it. It is hard to beat a team twice. And Canada defeated Czechia in the prelims. It is very hard to beat a team 2 times in a row. And again, I understand, like, baseball is different, obviously. But, like, again, like, everybody thinks of baseball. Like, you look at 2023. Czechia beat Canada in the prelims. In the World Junior Final, Canada beat them. I'm not saying that Canada is going to lose, but it is very hard to beat a team twice. I just have to say that when you look at, previous games and previous matchups between teams, it's very hard to beat a team twice. Especially in a tournament. I will say that in a tournament, it's rare. Is what I meant to say. In this instance, maybe not, but in a tournament itself, it's definitely a rarity. All right. Yeah, tough turnover there by Ethan McKenzie. Maybe that's why he's undrafted. Canada's got to get shots. That's the biggest thing. All right. Yeah, so again, like, going off of what I said, it's very difficult to beat a team twice. Especially in a tournament like this. You see it a lot of the time. I see it a lot in my overall hockey experience, like when I've been in hockey tournaments and I have watched high school hockey. It's very difficult to beat a team twice in a tournament like this. In like a 7-game series, it's different. But like in a tournament like this, it's very hard to beat a team twice, and Canada's facing that right now. But you also face adversity when you win medals. I mean, you look at previous medal teams here for Canada, and they've always faced adversity. They've never not faced adversity. All right, just uploading my other clip here for... And I got to update the Watch of Nordic score sheet. All right. There we go. Update the all-time score sheet now. Does Perek have a point? He does not. I wonder if Misa does, too. Does Misa? No. All right. Just fixing up the Watch of Nordic all-time scoring sheet, and then we'll get ready here for the start of the third period in a moment. All right. Did I never put in the Czechia goals? Huh, I guess I never did. All right, let's do that quickly here. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe down below if you're new. We're trying to get to 5K subscribers by the end of 2026. There's so many guys who are named Adam on Czechia. I'm just realizing that now. All right. All right, almost ready here for the start of the third period in just a moment. Mogging. I ain't mogging. Itchy nose. What's up, Rex? How was your dinner, brother? Jesus Christ, 419 views already? I just uploaded that how long ago? 11 minutes ago. Holy shit. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We are ready for the third and final period of Canada and Czechia. Second period recap. Goals were scored by Adam Tittlebach, Cole Reshny, and Adam Benek. Shots are 19-18 Czechia at the end of 40 minutes of play. Mac and cheese with ribeye. That sounds awesome. All right. It's do or die for Canada. The winner will take on Sweden in the gold medal game. The loser will take on Finland in the bronze medal game tomorrow. And of course, you know, these boys want gold. All right, here we go. Third period of Canada versus Czechia. Do or die. And we are underway. Face-off is won here by Canada. They'll bank it off the boards back into the Czechia zone. Czechia now will clear it around behind the net. Aitchison fires the puck on net. It's blocked. Puck will come out to center. Here's Vaclav Nestrasil, who will try and clear that one down low. O'Reilly banked off on the right side. Slides all the way in there on Osurlak. And he'll make the save. Here comes Czechia through the zone. Sikora down the right side. Will take it on that pass in front. It goes on the top of the net. And Canada steals it back. Here they come the other way. Porter Martone through the zone to Aginla. Aginla moves in. And broken up there by Czechia and cleared back out to center. Here come the Czechs the other way. Into the zone. Benek a shot. And it goes wide. That did almost go in. That would have been hilarious, actually. Murtko will bank that one into the zone to Benek, but it's too late because it's offsides. Saw someone in full Sweden Leo Carlson gear. Nice. That's cool. Bro's representing. Can't blame him. Adam Benek, 4th round pick by the Minnesota Wild in 2025. Playing in his possibly future home here. Here's Michael Hage at the point. Deeks into the zone, fires it. And it goes down low into the corner. Aitchison will slide around and try and play that puck. Down low in the corner, Czechia trying to poke check ahead. Here comes Novotny the other way. Down the right side. Novotny into the zone, and Czechia goes offsides. Phenomenal game here from the Czechs. So Osurlak has played very, very well. Shots are 19-18 still. And again, for Canada, again, as I said, they had 8 shots through the halfway mark of this period. That's not good enough. You got to get more shots on goal. Czechia regroups in their own end. Banked off the boards. Here they come now the other way. In the zone now, tied up down low is the likes of Kubica. Stolen back then by the Czechs. Here they come the other way. Klima shoots it. And it goes wide. Here comes Canada. Gavin McKenna moves it through center. Turns over the puck. Czechia will steal it back. Cleared all the way back into the Canada zone. Behind the net now, Keaton Verhoff. Off the boards and back to center. Czechia battling for the puck. Here's Sikora. Down low in the corner, trying to move the puck around now behind the net. And trying to poke check that one ahead is the likes of Carroll's. Back up to the point. Juracek keeps it in the zone, fires it, and the shot is blocked. Banked all the way back out to center, or at least they try to. It's kept in, though, by the Czechs. 3 minutes gone here in the opening period. Czechia leads by 1. Into the zone now. Nestor still a slap shot. In on Ivan Kovac. He makes the save. Puck back out to center. Canada racing for it now into the Czechia zone. Bedoin battling forward here in the corner. Czechia will take it and clear all the way down the other way into the stick of Ivan Kovac. And cleared back out to center. Through the zone now, Denoyer. Denoyer pass in front, and they could not complete the play. Another chance denied by Ursulak. And there's the shots that you need. You need shots. And my TV screen with the World Juniors is glitching again. Face-off coming here now. In the Czechia zone. Hook will take the draw now against face-off one here by the Czechs. Cleared all the way back out to center. Here come the Czechs the other way. Moving into the zone. A backhand! Saved by Ivan Kovac. And that was close. Yuri Klima, massive chance there. That was really close. It was a break the other way there and a big opportunity for Tittlebach, who would have had his second goal of the game. That was super duper close. He got the backhand on. It was almost on the goal line. And you got a feeling that if Czechia were to score again, this game could be over. I said it once, I'll say it again. It is hard to beat the same team twice in a tournament. Face-off one here by Canada. Perek will clear all the way down the other way. Then for Hage, out of his net, then Ursulak will play the puck around man. Around the right side, Czechia steals it back. They'll clear out to center. Dump back in then by Canada. Pasenica off the boards. Back out to center ice now as Canada will regroup. Hage into the zone, down low, looks in front. They score! Canada has tied the hockey game. Cole Reshny. The Flames prospects are lighting it up. And we have a tie hockey game here with 16 minutes to go. Oop, not 4-3. What a goal by Cole Reshny. What an effort. And thank God. That's all I'm going to say. Thank God. Cole Reshny, what a play in front. And Team Canada is back on the board. We are tied at 3 apiece here in the third period. Cole Reshny from Michael Hage and Gavin McKenna makes it a 3-3 hockey game here in Minnesota. Yeah, poorly defensive play there by Czechia. Misa over then for Iginla. Pass back to Martona. Backhand in front for Misa, who nearly tucked that one through. Now battling for it down low in the corner. Shots are 21-20 here in this third period. Cole Reshny has 4th goal of the season. And we are tied. Osterlak will come out of his net to play the puck. Off the boards, Klima. To the right side now, and Pasetica will dump that one into the zone. Out of the net now, Sahar now with the puck. Brings it back behind the net. Sahar at the point, shoots it, and it goes back down low to the corner. 14:50 remaining here in this third period. Canada trying to break it free. They get that one up and all the way down the other way. Puck here now in the Czechia zone. Nestrasil will break that one up for Galvis. Galvis through center gets tied up by multiple Canadians. 14:20 left to go in the third. Here's a chance in front, denied there. Galvis waits. Here on the outside, trying to feed a pass in front, stolen back then by Sikora. Sikora moves at the goal line, shoots it. And that one skips back down low to the corner. I have no idea where that puck went. Aitchison tries to clear. Kept in by the Czechs. Galvis behind the net. Will flick that one up back to center. And the Czechs will regroup. Yeah, Galvis is a great puck-moving defenseman. Is he a prospect for anybody? Into the zone now, Caleb Denoyer puts it through his feet to center! That nearly went the other way. Here's Reshny. Races into the zone. Cole Reshny drops it back. A shot! Denied in front. Behind the net now, McKenna. Played back over then for Hage. Hage moves to the front! And he couldn't tuck it. Gavin McKenna pass to center! And, oh my gosh. And Reed can't put it through. Gavin McKenna to Reed! Denied! And the rebound is played back behind the net. Hage moves to center. Broken up by the Czechs. They'll clear down the other way. Reed banks it off the boards then for McKenna. McKenna back to Hage. Hage moves to center. A shot blocked. Ethan McKenzie. Parek to Hage. Hage into the zone. Dumps it down low. Canada keeps it in. A shot goes above the Czechia net. Here's McKenzie. Down low then for Martone. McKenna battling for it now behind the net. Galvis trying to play that one ahead there as well. Jabbing at that puck here in the corner. 12:20 remaining here in the third period. It's a tie game off of Cole Reshny. At the point, Brunick. Right side of Ginla, shot off the post. Kept in the line there by McKenzie, stolen back then by the Czechs. Here they come the other way. Into the zone, Tittlebach drops it back into the zone. Dekes around, saved by Emakovic. Rebounds there in front and dished back away. Puck will slide out to center. Czechia gets it back. Murtka dekes into the zone, fires it just wide of Ivan Kovic. Czechia back now behind the net. Picked up to center, a shot, save, if that even got on. Klima at the point. Murtka. Ratty Murtka to the point, a shot, deflected up in the air. And back down low to the corner. 11:22 left to go in the third period. Shots are 22 apiece. A shot from the point denied. Murtka looks, pass in front, a backhand, denied by Ivan Kovic. Here's Klima. Looking now for options in the corner. Peter Klima feeds it up to the point. Man, shoots it, blocked by Ivan Kovic. Cleared the other way then by Team Canada. Puck will slide in on Osterlak, just wide. Not enough for an icing. Man, up to Sakura. Approaching the halfway mark of the third period. Sakura now behind the net. Back then, Nestor still down low. Sakura feeds it up to the point, a shot. And it goes wide. Puck slides out in front. Ivan Kovic without his stick. Here comes Canada. Luchenko. Into the zone now, Bedoin battling for the puck. Novotny to Sahar. Novotny through the zone. Sahar moves in. Deeks route. What a move to the front. He scores! Wojtek Sahar. Canada, Czechia takes the 4-3 lead. They're like cockroaches. Wow. This Czechia team, man, they do not stop. What a goal by Wojtek Sahar, who feeds it, gets around Caleb Denoye. And Czechia has restored the 1-goal lead. Good Lord. $10-11 left to go in the third period. Canada finds themselves down again. Wojtek Sahar from Václav Nestrasil. And the Czechs have a 4-3 lead. Down low here in the corner. Politin battling for the puck. Cleared out to center. At the point, shot denied by Ivan Kovic. 9:51 remaining in the third and final period. And Wojtek Sahar makes it a 4-3 lead for Czechia. And again, it's a phenomenal goal. Poor move to the front. And I'm just gonna say it again, like, this Czechia team is playing phenomenal. It's so hard to beat the same team twice in a tournament. It is so difficult. And, like, I can't express that enough. You look at previous tournaments involving these two teams especially, it's so difficult. I don't even put a lot of the fault here on Canada themselves. They're not playing horrible. Shots are 21-23. Thank you for sending those to me, JJ. So regardless of whether or not either team makes it, we will be live for both games tomorrow, so you will see both these teams back tomorrow in some capacity. We'll be live for the bronze medal game at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by the gold medal game at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and that will wrap up the World Junior Championship here for 2026. We'll be live for both those games, of course. So if you are new to the channel and you like what you see, please do subscribe down below if you're new. Again, we do these commentary streams every single week. Sometimes every single day, it feels like. Third period. 9:51 remaining here in the third. Face-off, won by the Czechs. Save there by Ivan Kovic on the right side. Benek banks it down low. Canada gets it back here at the point, intercepted then by the Czechs. They bring it back into the zone. Down low here in the corner. Benek shoots it, and it's blocked. Here comes Canada the other way. Through the zone now, down low. Hage battling for it. Stolen back then by Reshny. Thrown up to the point. Czechia gets it back. They bang it off the boards and back into the Montreal zone. Into the Canada zone. Perek to center. Turnover. Czechia will dump it back in. Ivan Kovic. Clear back out to center. Racing forward with speed then is Misa. Misa will dump that one down low. Pasenica now battling for that puck. Gets tied up here in the corner. And Misa battling for that puck. Puck is still stuck down low. Again, 8.5 minutes to go in the third and final period. Here come the Czechs with speed the other way. Pass in front of backhand. Denied by Ivakovic. Rebounds in front. Cleared back to the corner. Czechia keeps it in. Another shot. Goes up and down low. Canada with the puck. Puck sliding out of the zone. Juracek. Into the zone. Czechia trying to bring it in. Yeah, for sure. I agree. That would have been the game saver. Badoin to Aginla. Aginla shoots it wide. Down low here in the corner now. Cleared around now behind the net. Juracek to center. 3-on-3 the other way. Cleared back down low to the corner. Here's Badoin. To the right side, Aitchison. Into the zone, trying to feed a pass to center. Stolen back, pass in front. And Badoin nearly got an opportunity there. Puck goes up and out of play. And we will head to commercial break once again. Chances for both sides. But Czechia leads 4-3. And they are less than 8 minutes away from the gold medal game. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We just hit 4,150 subscribers. Thank you all so much for that. I really appreciate it. These two semifinal games are now our two most popular streams in channel history. Thank you all so much for that. I really appreciate it. If things continue to shape up the way they are, it'll be Canada versus Finland in the bronze medal game and Czechia versus Sweden. And that will be one hell of a matchup tomorrow if that does end up being the way it will be. Plenty of time to go. Face-off here won by Czechia. In the Canada zone, the Czechs trying to move it back the other way. Reed says no. And throws that one around down low. Badoin trying to poke check that one ahead. Down the right side now, Denoye will dump that one into the zone. Behind the net, Czechia battling for the puck. 3-on-2 the other way. Czechia into the zone. Pass in front! And they couldn't get the wraparound. CR pass over! And they can't tuck it in. Czechia so close to the 2-goal lead. And a shot there from Curran goes up and out of play. All right. Face-off here in the Canada zone. Won by Canada, cleared out to center. Czechs get it back. They'll dump it down low to the Canada end. 6:45 remaining here in the third period. Canada has been kind of hemmed in their own zone here the last couple minutes. They need a game-tying goal. And I mean need it. Cole Reshny moves into the zone. He had the game-tying goal earlier tonight. Banked around now behind the net. Thrown back up to the point. Nobody is there. Czechs take it back the other way. Here they come through the zone. Over to Benek. Benek looks, moves to center. Pass over. A shot. Blocked. through the traffic. A wraparound chance there for Novotny's denied. Delay penalty here for Canada. At the point, shot deflects. Up in the air and out of play. And just when you thought things could not get worse for Canada, they are. All right. Czechia will get a power play here in this third period, and it is a massive opportunity for Czechia to essentially put the game away. I think we all know if there's a fifth goal here by Czechia, this game may be over. And the play is under review for Gavin McKenna for a potential major penalty. So keep in mind, like I want to preface this, there's not a lot of time left. If this is a 5-minute, no, it's a major penalty for a cross-check to the face. So keep in mind, there's 6 minutes left. If this gets called for a major, it's over. It is over. If this is a major, it's over. There's 6 minutes left. If it's a 5-minute major, like, I'm ending the stream. All right, let's see what the official call is here. They're still reviewing it, so we'll see what this is going to be. They're talking here. A lot of these referees come internationally from different countries, which is cool. I think that is pretty cool, actually. None from Canada and Czechia, of course, in case there's anything biased. Here we go. All right, 2-minute penalty for cross-checking, so false alarm. 2-minute power play here for Czechia. And after that, Canada will be going in the crunch time here. All right. And yeah, I mean, it is a cross-check to the face. I mean, I'm not going to deny that. 5 minutes, I don't know. You can be the judge of that. Eileen, no. But you can be the judge. All right, Czechia power play. Face-off. Won by the Czechs. Figber to the point to Juracek. Figber now on the right side. Will cycle now with Sakura. Juracek at the top of the hash mark. Down low. Juracek looks. Juracek now at the right hash mark. Will move to the point. Juracek now pass over then. Figber down low. Pass in front. Deflected save by Ivan Kovic. Rebounds there and cleared back down low to the corner. And Canada dumps the other way. Big save by Ivan Kovic. Shots are now 29-21 in favor of the Czechs. And Czechia goes offsides. Here trying to bring it into the Canada zone. Wait. What just happened? There's a too many men call here. It's against Czechia. Hang on, I just had to take a second to process this. What? Too many men? It's a 4-on-4. Czechia just took a penalty for too many men. Oh my gosh. That is a costly error. Canada just got bailed the F out. Holy crap. Okay. 4-on-4. Some freed up ice. Face off. Won by Canada. Hage at the point play is blown dead. Wait, another penalty's coming. Hage, so Michael Hage covered the puck. Oh no. Michael Hage just touched the puck and put the puck down on his... Oh my God, that's against the rules in the IIHF. So it's against the rules for you to cover the puck with your hand. And that's what Michael Hage just did. They're looking at it to see if it's like him falling on it with his hand or it's him going out to reach it. And from the looks of it, he reaches for that puck to cover it. And that is typically a penalty. The refs are talking about it here. So we'll see what the call is, but yikes. That is not good. It's not reviewable, by the way, so the refs just have to discuss it on their own. Oh my gosh. And they're having a long conversation here about this. Here's the call. Holy crap. Czechia power play. Holy crap. Well, that is a consistent call. I am going to say that. Like, that is against the rules in the IIHF. You got to call that. You got to call that. It's very unfortunate. Like, I'm not going to deny that it's a very unfortunate call, but you got to call it. Okay. So it's going to be a 4-on-3 for Czechia with 5:13 to go. And things just got very interesting for Team Czechia here and Canada in this World Junior semifinal. Back to commercial break. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Again, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe down below if you're new. So please subscribe down below if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. How much time is left? There is about 5 minutes to go. 4-on-3 for Czechia. Okay, massive opportunity here for the Czechs to possibly take a 2-goal lead. Here we go, 4-on-3 for a minute 06. Face-off won by the Czechs. A lot of room here on this ice. Galvis looks. Sikora down low in front. Saved by Ivan Kovac on Sahar. All right. Now Baudouin will take the draw for Canada. Face-off. Shots are 31-21, by the way. Face-off won by Canada. Cleared off the boards and all the way back down the other way. It'll go in on Orsolak. Here come the Czechs through center. Galvis regroups at center ice. Czechia breaks it into the zone. Sahar. Down low now at the goal line. Sikora. Sikora looks. Pass over, a shot denied by Ivan Kovic. Sikora now behind the net. Czechia with the puck. Sikora to Sahar. Pass in front. Galvis waits, fires it, blocked. It comes out of the zone. One of the penalties will expire. McKenna will come out of the box. Galvis moves into the zone. Intercepted there. 4-on-4 for 40 seconds. Down low in the corner. Canada trying to take it back. Here's Gavin McKenna with speed down the right side. Dinks around, shot. Goes wide. Oh my goodness. That would have been an elite play if McKenna could have finished that. Adam Benak will dump that one into the Canada zone. Perek through to center. 2-on-2. McKenna to Hage. Hage moves in. Save by Ursulak. Czechia gets it back here in their own end. Banking it off the boards and racing with speed into the zone is Benak. Benak pass in front. They can't complete it. Curran could not finish that pass. And we are back to 5v5. Benak, pass in front, denied, rebound by Curran, can't finish it, tucking it through, and down low now to the corner. 3 minutes to go in the third period. Czechia, very close to the gold medal game. Down low in the corner, Aitchison battling for it. By the net, Aitchison to the point. Brunick a shot. Tipped in front. Rebound. They score! Porter Martone! We are tied. They keep coming back. Porter Martone from Harrison Brunick and Kashawn Aitchison. And we are tied 4-4. Could it get any better than that? Come on. Holy crap. Wow. Porter Martone. 2.5 minutes to go here in the third period. Shots are 23-33. We are tied at 4-4 in the third period. Czechia with the puck. Aitchison shoots it, and it goes wide. O'Reilly will bank it around now behind the net. Thrown back up to the point. Cleared down low in the corner. Denoye, down low. Battling with the puck now, stolen back then by the Czechs. 3-on-2. Czechia through the zone, pass to front, saved by Ivan Kovic as he poke checked that one away. Through the zone now, down the right side, Cole Reshny, broken up. Less than 2 minutes to play here in the third period. Czechia through the neutral zone. Bringing it down the right side. 1:30 to go. Gets it wrapped around now behind the net. Benak, pass in front. Nobody's there. Here come the Canadians the other way. Deking around now is McKenna. He loses his stick. And now Czechia forced to regroup. Here's Benak into the zone. In front. Curran a shot. Rebound. It goes in. Are you kidding me? It just barely crossed the goal line. With 1:14 to go, Czechia's back in the lead. Again! There's a kid crying. There's no fucking way. Oh my God. Maximilian Curran from Adam Benak. It's 5-4. Absolute cinema. Holy crap. How do you think I feel, JJ? I got to commentate the game here. Holy crap, it went off of Misa and in. Oh my goodness. All right. Oh, they're putting it under review. They're putting it under review. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a really tough one, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a really tough one because they're reviewing it for a kick, and it looks like a kick, but he's not even looking at the puck when he kicks it. So it's really hard to buy that as a kick. We'll see if this call goes the way that Canada needs it to. But Maximilian Curran with his second goal of the night, his third point of the night from Benek, who also has his third point of the night. This is a tough break for Canada. Absolutely. Just such a tough break. But oh my Lord. So close. Here's the call. Good goal. All right. Maximilian Curran with 1:14 to go. Czechia. 74 seconds away from a gold medal appearance. Wow. We have a goal. The Czechs have regained the lead. What a sequence here these last couple of minutes. All right. Now it's all about Canada getting that puck in the offensive zone and getting another puck past Orsolak. But good luck. Face-off won by Canada. They'll take it back to their own end. Remember, they do not have a lot of time whatsoever. Martone will dump that one into the zone. On the right side, Canada trying to keep it in. They'll do so successfully. Here's Reschke to the front. Save! Rebound. They knock out the goaltender. It's kept in the zone. Whistle's blown dead. And we have a penalty against Canada. Cole Reschke for goalie interference. We'll look at this play again. It was hard to tell in such a fast motion. We'll see if he was pushed. He was pushed! Holy crap. No way. No way. He's pushed. I mean, it's not like a... Holy crap. Oh my God. That's a bad call. Oh my God. Czechia power play with 53 seconds to go. Oh my God. It's going to take a miracle. Holy crap, dude. All right, 53 seconds to go in the third. Canada wins the draw. Puck slides through McKenna. It'll go all the way down the other way. Czechs will take it back. McKenna down low. Hage battling for that puck. 40 seconds to go. Down low in the corner. Aginla drops it back behind the net. Hage battling for the puck, fed up to the point. Czechia takes it back. They'll run the other way. For the empty net. He crushes their dreams. Wojtek Sahar with the heartbreaker. Dreams crushed in Canada. And Czechia will go to the gold medal game. Wow. Jesus. 25.9 seconds left. Face off here at center. 5-on-3 for Czechia, by the way. 25 seconds to go. Time will wind down. And Czechia shoots it into the zone. 15 seconds left. And Czechia will face off against Sweden tomorrow in the gold medal game. Canada will take on Finland in the bronze. And for the first time since 2018, there will be a new gold medal winner that is not Canada or the United States. Your final score, Czechia 6, Canada 4 in the World Junior semifinal. Wow. All I got to say is wow. Well, Czechia is such a phenomenal team to watch. Like, it's just like this team, I don't know how they do it a lot of the time. They show so much resilience. They don't give up. You know what they really remind me of? I look at Czechia and I just see the Florida Panthers. They play on the edge. They got guys at all lines who can score. Wow. And Canada will play in the bronze medal game. It'll be the first time since 2018 that Canada or Sweden Wow. All right. So we'll have a video out in a couple of hours talking about McKenna. Or not McKenna. McKenna's on my screen. We'll have a video out in a little bit talking about Team Canada and their loss to Czechia. And we'll do a video tomorrow on the gold medal preview. We'll be live for the bronze medal game and the gold medal game tomorrow, starting at 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. Wow. A lot to unravel here. New Northern Block podcast tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern time. Holy crap. Holy crap. All right. That being said, folks, that will do it for me here tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And we'll be live tomorrow for the gold medal game and the bronze medal game. Thank you all for watching.